Hello again, Unky Tonks. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for subscribing and supporting what I do on my channel. I really do appreciate it. Now, the truth about the Epping protest outside the Bell Hotel yesterday, as some of you are aware, I was there live streaming. I'd arrived there some hours previously. I walked into town and back, and when I first got there around 2 o'clock, there was nothing outside the hotel. No cops, nothing. You wouldn't think anything had happened there. Interestingly, there were no signs denoting that that building is the Bell Hotel either. The notice over the door had been covered by bin bags, I'm assuming, and the sign outside had been removed. It's also been removed off Google, so I'm being told. I wonder why. Now, before I started live streaming, I spoke to a copper, or a policewoman, and she wore the light blue uniform with a cap. What is it with a cap? The baseball cap with police officers. I don't get that. Looks really childish. That's just me. I think she was a community police officer, so someone with not much real power. And I asked her, what's the deal with today then? What's going on? Because I noticed the fences had been changed. Previously they had really high fences, and I mean really high fences, to keep the protesters on that side of the road and to keep them there. And she said, well, we're expecting a protest at 6. They're allowed to congregate outside here. We've removed the high fences, replaced them with waist-high fences because of complaints. After all, it is the summer, it is really hot, and they feel caged in, and the pavement is quite narrow. So I can imagine a couple of hundred people just stuck there like sardines. It's going to inflame tensions even higher, isn't it? So that was a good move by the cops, kind of. They'd even shaved off a bit of the hedge between the pavement and the green, which is interesting because I bumped into a guy in Epping the day previously when I turned up, and there wasn't a protest, silly me. And he showed me an article which said the green is protected. The police had no right to cut down that hedge because it was home to wildlife, and also putting any kind of fence there, including police linking arms, is illegal because it stops people coming and going to right of access to and from the green. Interesting. Anyway, thanks for that. You didn't give me a name either, but I do appreciate what you did. So anyway, this copper went on by saying the protesters are allowed to protest outside the Bell Hotel. They want a view, and they have a right to have a view of what they're protesting against, because initially the police wanted them down the road away from the Bell Hotel, again, which is fair enough. She then went on to say that the protesters then plan to march down one side of the road to the council offices, protest there, and then march back on the other side of the road, therefore keep traffic flowing. Again, fair enough. You know, at least it didn't ban them outright. But then she said they're to be dispersed at 8 o'clock. So if they're wearing a Union flag, or they're flying a Union flag or a George Cross, or have it on their person, then, and they don't disperse, they're going to be arrested, and if they step out of that zone. So basically, if you have a Union flag, George Cross, then you're going to get arrested, which is ridiculous. And then it happened. This crowd, they marched down to the council offices, and this lady got arrested. Have a look.
Like, it looks like the police are trying to cause a scene. Look at that! Look what they're doing! Look what the police are doing! What are they doing? What are the police doing here?
Please be moved down the stairs. It's not safe on these stairs. She's a woman.
What are they doing?
Just for the bottom of the stairs. Guys, just for the bottom of the stairs, please.
Have a look at this.
Before I carry on, I've no idea whose video this is. It's floating around social media. There's no tag on it, so if you let me know, I'll give you a big shout out in the comment section of my channel later on. Apologies for that. I usually do give shout outs, and I always ask for permission now, simply because this lady had a flag on her, and she was stood, or the Union flag on her, which is offensive to some people, and was outside the agreed protesting zone. She was arrested. Interestingly, that same copper told me if you're social media or if you're filming, you have free reign. You can go anywhere. You can go within the crowd, the protesters. You can go by the police, by the Bell Hotel. You can crisscross the road. You can go wherever you want. There's no zone for you. But if you have a Union flag, George Cross, or anything else offensive on you, then you will be arrested if you don't disperse or if you move outside of that perimeter. Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Yeah, so that lady was arrested for waving a Union flag. And Essex Police did issue a statement on X, on social media, later on saying she was arrested for being outside of that perimeter. What they failed to mention was that she was arrested for having a flag outside that perimeter. So there we go. I mean, social media creators, YouTubers, media, we didn't have the flags on us, but if we had the flags on us, we'd have been arrested. The officer made that clear as day. Crazy, isn't it? We have a government now who have put the rights of illegal migrants above those of tax-paying citizens and arresting people for flying the Union flag in George Cross. What a country we live in. Thank you, Starmer. What a socialist hellhole. This is becoming one rule for them, one rule for us. Angela Rayner and a growler doing her thing with her houses worth 4 million somehow. How, on her salary, you'd have to work quite a few years every day for a long time to earn that and have that fortune. Disgusting. This government is legitimate. Anyway, there we go. All right, appreciate that. I'll catch you later. I'm Roger Trout.